Hello there, my name is Hocus Pocus. How are you doing today? I'm doing just fine, and this is going to be episode 123 of the Minecraft Let's Play. So if you remember rightly, last episode we managed to get ourselves this super cool trident, which I seem to hold correctly now rather than outside of my hand's actual grip. And I've kind of been realizing between episodes, playing around with it, that it's quite limited compared to a sword in certain aspects, but we're going to persevere with it for now and just try and use it for the time being. Anyhow, between episodes, I went and scoured a few shipwrecks, and that was for a certain item that you guys might have already guessed. But these three shulker boxes contain the spoils of our adventures. So firstly, we'll check in here, and you can see we got a bunch of nice sort of ingot slash gem based loot here. Some bottles of enchanting. I took all the chests as well, so we managed to get about 37 chests. Some rotten flesh, that good stuff. Over here we've got a bunch of armor, so some leather tunics, some leather boots, all of the buried treasure maps. I didn't actually bother to go and find any of the buried treasure, but I'm assuming some of these maps overlap anyway and are possibly the same, so we could go and look for them at some point, but I'm not really that bothered at the moment. And then finally the chest of truth, or the shulker box of truth I should say, which contains the item specifically that we're going to be working with today. And you guys might have seen it because it's something we haven't used yet, but anyway, we've got these leather caps, we've got some carrots, some wheat, bunch of suspicious stews, which I'm kind of hesitant to drink, just in case. And we got some books, paper, but finally, some of the good stuff, bamboo. And this is exactly what I went out looking for. So I read on the wiki that there's a 15% chance of looting bamboo from a shipwreck. And I took my chances, and we managed to get some. So that's cool, right? We got ourselves some bamboo, and I think today we're going to try and focus on starting up a bamboo farm. It's going to be a bit of a bigger project than usual. I've got a few plans of how it's going to hopefully turn out. So let's go and check the site of the up-and-coming bamboo farm out, because I've got a bit of an idea of where it's going to go. But before that, I'm going to just get everything out of these shulker boxes into storage, put the shulker boxes away, and then we'll meet each other outside for today's episode. Okay guys, we have just about got the area in which we're going to be working mapped out, and I just need to grab myself an iron ingot. And just over there in the distance, you can probably tell that we've set the beacon up, and this is going to be where we're working. So we're going to be using this small plains area in between all of the roofed forests that surround it. And I think this is a good place as any to build this thing. So big open area, and also it's right across the river from the rest of our builds that we currently have going outside, so we can build a nice little bridge that comes over, maybe a pathway that leads through the wheat field that comes across, or we could even have a separate pathway that runs around the side of the mob farm, down the hill, and then across another small bridge that leads over to this area. Anyhow, let me quickly go ahead and do this. We're going to select haste 2, accept the iron ingot transaction, and there we go, we have ourselves haste 2. So bamboo. Let's just quickly place these three down so they can begin to grow. But bamboo grows at an exceptionally fast rate in the game. There you go. You can see it growing right in front of us. And I think approximately, on average, it should grow once every 3 random ticks or something similar to that. So I think it's probably taken a bit longer for these 3 pieces to grow. But on average, that is. And bamboo can grow up to 16 blocks tall, but no lower than 12 will be its maximum height. So 12 to 16 blocks is the height the bamboo can grow to. And we are going to be making use of the height that it grows to build a somewhat underground area for it to grow in. So what I want to do is I want to quickly take a look here at whereabouts we're going to situate this thing. So where should we make the middle? Probably somewhere right between the 2 edges of this plains area. Probably somewhere around here would be fine. So if we start to dig some land out, let's just take it back a few like this and like that. We're going to go down roughly, where are we? We're in Y68, so we want to go down to about maybe Y60. So as I say, I want most of this to be underground, and then the top end of the bamboo will be sort of protruding over the top of the farm, or at least that's what I'm hoping we will achieve in the end. We also need to figure out what size we want our flying machines to be, because they will be the things that are harvesting this farm. We're going to be using the flying machines. It's going to be a similar farm to the sugarcane farm, except this farm is going to be on a much larger scale. We're going to build this farm up to be a lot bigger, I think. So I'm going to take a bit of time to do some calculations, figure out how big we want this thing to be. I'm going to let this bamboo continue to grow. We might even just break this down like that and break that down. Just keep replanting it, because then, you know, you're going to get more for your money if we just keep expanding our small farm we've got going here. Mr. Sheep doesn't get in the way too much. But as I say, I'm going to take a bit of time to do some calculations, figure out how big I want this thing to be, and then we will come back in and I guess just start the digging process and get this place expanded out so that we can start putting the groundwork in for this farm to be a reality. 57 blocks wide is the magic number, you guys. So we're going to be starting things over at X280 and then taking them all the way across to the end of this ditch here. And once we get to the end, we should be at X223, I believe. There we go, X223. So 57 blocks wide. And the reason for that number is because I'm under the assumption, or I'm under the idea that the maximum length of a flying machine is 19 blocks wide. And if we have three 19 block wide flying machines, then that will be 57 blocks wide, right? So we can fit three of the maximum size flying machines inside of this farm, which this is going to be crazy. It's going to be a lag machine. It might not even function. We might have to run the flying machines maybe one at a time or two at a time or something like that. But we'll figure that out once we get to the difficult spot that we might find ourselves in. Anyway, for now I need to figure out how long we're going to make this thing. So it's 57 blocks wide. How far are we going to take it? Because yeah, I mean these flying machines, they'll move until they're stopped. So we can theoretically go as far as we want as long as it's in a straight line. But I don't want to go too far. Maybe somewhere up to about the edge here. I don't know. Maybe around here would be a good idea. Anyway, you guys, if you are enjoying this video up to this point, please be sure to drop a like down below, subscribe, all that good stuff. The poll from last episode, I think at the moment hardcore is winning by 1 vote. We've had 15 votes. I think 8 for hardcore, 7 for modded. So if you want to see something different other than hardcore, please be sure to go and vote on the poll in the last episode of the Let's Play. And also, just as a note here, this block is marking an underground ravine, which looks quite cool down there. So eventually we might even expand down into that and do something with it. But for now, as I say, I'm going to just dig this thing out and get the proportions intact so that we can start the digging process. And then we're going to go down about 8 blocks and just work from there. All right, guys, we're about at the point now where we've got the dimensions figured out. But before I do that, I'm just going to go ahead and, or before I show you that, I should say, I'm going to go ahead and be quiet so that you can listen to the breaking sound of these bamboo blocks or bamboo shoots, I should say. Because this is, again, one of my new favorite sounds in the game. So here we go. Listen to this. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. I love it when we get new sounds in Minecraft, and especially when they're delightful to the ears like this is. But I don't know about you guys. I really do like how that sounds. It's just got that nice sort of hollow wood sound to it, you know, as you're bashing it out. And then when it breaks, it gives you that final piece of the puzzle. Again, I want to do it again. Here we go. And again. Oh, yeah. I really do like that. Anyway, enough fooling around. Let's go and see what we decided on. So, as I said, what did I say this was? Like 57 blocks across? It was 19 times 3, wasn't it? So 10, 20, 30, 9, 18, 27. So 57 blocks across. And then I randomly dug all the way to the end up here. I just did random dig. And then at the end, I worked out how long this was. So this number didn't come out purposely. I'm not trying to make a joke. But this is 69 blocks across from here to here. And then 57 from here to over there. So it's going to be 57 by 69, and I think that should be more than big enough to grant us not unlimited bamboo, but way more than what we're ever going to need. So I think those dimensions will stick, and now it is time just to go ahead and start tearing this land up, getting this thing dug down, because as I say, well, I don't really know what we're counting as the surface here. I think it was 68 that we started on. Yeah, we'll call 68 the surface. And we'll say we want to go down to about Y60, so that the top of the bamboo shoots should be sticking over the top of the farm. Everything else should be buried underground, which I think will look quite cool. So let's get on with business. Haven't done too much in the way of digging, you guys, but I figured it was time that we probably set up some sort of storage system to keep everything ticking over here. So I've got myself a crafting bench. I cut down a dark oak tree that was just over there. You can see the leaves floating because it's right on the border of the farm. So it's probably going to get taken out by the wall eventually anyway. And what we're going to do is we're just going to craft up a bunch of chests, even though I've got a load down in the base from our little excursion over to the newly formed 1.14 lands where we were searching for bamboo in the shipwrecks. But, you know, it's all good. It's all good. At the end of the day, wood is a cheap commodity and something I'm not too fussed about wasting. So let's just create one more so that we've got 4 double chests set up and ready to take junk items that are going to come out once we begin the digging process. Leave a bit of dirt here and there, just so that we've got enough to patch anything up that we need to patch up. Our wood can go in as well, and our stone. Alright, so there we go. We've stored everything away, got our little crafting bench. It's almost going to be time to sleep again. Our bamboo, our small bamboo farm here is just shooting up. And I can't believe how quickly this stuff grows. It's kind of insane, but I'm going to keep chopping it down so that we can have enough to plant the entire thing, because this is going to require a lot of bamboo, right? We're going to have to fill every single block inside of this rectangle that we're constructing here, so we're going to keep needing to harvest this and store it away in the chests just to make sure that we've got enough. Anyway, you guys, it's about time to sleep. I'm going to sleep, then do some digging, and I'll probably come back in only when we've got some major progress done by now, because digging isn't very fun and you guys probably don't want to see it. Okay guys, so I've been at the Guardian farm repairing up our tools because our shovel was on the brink of imploding, obviously, from all of the work that it's been getting through. And I had a look in the chest just to see what we had hanging around in case there's anything useful we might want to take back with us. Not really, but I did see the suspicious stew and I'm kind of intrigued now. So why don't we try eating this and just see what effect it gives us? I think it gives you a random effect, right? I'm not entirely sure, but we will soon find out, I guess. So here we go. Oh, we got poison damage. For, what was that? Probably like 13 or 14 seconds. Fortunately, it's not really doing anything to us. We have got one more, so I suppose once this runs out, we could try and do another one, just see what happens. I don't know, I don't really know what the idea is behind these suspicious stews. I thought that you could control them, but I'm not sure yet. We might need to look into that. Anyway, let's go ahead and eat this one. And this one gave us a speed boost. Okay, that's nice. The effects don't really last long at all, so they're not really, you know, all that worthwhile. But, you know what? I'll take a bit of a speed boost now and again. Anyway, I'm going to be jetting off, heading back to base, doing some more work on clearing out this area for our bamboo farm. So far, progress is not too bad, I guess. I've still got a little ways to go until I'm going to be comfortable bringing you guys back. And there's something else I want to do as well because, well, I'm going to leave it as a surprise, but there's a special friend that I've got waiting for you in a coming clip. So I'll catch you guys in just a moment. I think it's about time to get some more chests on the go, and I'm purposely not going to show you the progress that we've made because I do still want to keep it a little bit of a surprise, but I will show you the absolute sheer volume of items that we've got so far from digging. That might give you some sort of idea about the progress that we've made. As I say, I will be bringing you in shortly though, once this shovel is down to its last legs again and we need to go and repair it, just so that I can do something that I wanted to do since I saw a certain thing that was going on in this area. So where should we put these chests? Maybe just pop them in behind like this might be a good idea. So let's get 2 there. Do another couple there, and then I'm being very careful not to show you what's going on behind me. Even though it's not really that interesting, you guys know, it's just a pit. But as I say, I'm trying to keep the progress a bit of a mystery for now. And I think we'll do another 2 and just pop those right there. That's because, as I say, we're pretty much half a double chest away now from filling everything up. I'm going to need a ton of bamboo as well, so I've been cutting that down. You can see that over here. Let's give it another cut. I like doing this as well. Like if you get the axe out and just aim at the second piece of bamboo up and just sort of swing it across. It makes a bunch of those cool noises in quick succession, so I really like that. Anyway, you guys, give me just a second to wear this shovel down a bit further, and then I'll bring you guys back in for a little bit of something different. Okay guys, so on to the special friend that I was talking about, and I've got a few items in my inventory which might give you a hint as to where this is going to be going. We want to go into the wheat field quickly as well and just grab some of that stuff and replant, of course. So let's just take a few bits here, as much as we can handle without getting too bored here or boring you guys that much. Is probably the right thing to say because, you know, it's not going to bore me getting this, but this isn't going to be the most intriguing footage to watch. I think that will about do. So let's get all of these planted once again. There we go. Get the wheat field back to its former glory before I went in and destroyed some of it. There we go. Perfect. Okay. And then we want to pop those in there. That's fine. And then we can fly back over to the location. And here's the grand reveal, you guys. This is what we've got so far. So, as I said, not interesting. It's just a pit, really. But, you know, we've made progress. And I will discuss that a bit further in a second. First of all, though, let me craft these up. Now, is this going to work? What I want to do is tame this donkey, because donkeys are kind of rare, so this is kind of the big surprise. Alright, he doesn't want that. Okay, he kind of likes hay though, that's good. Let's feed him some more of that, and he seems to be nodding his head in agreement with that, so let's see if we can ride him now. There we go. So we got ourselves a donkey. So as I said, they're kind of rare, right? Donkeys, you can attach saddles and chests to them, I think, and they can hold items, which is slightly different to a horse, or at least that's what I'm believing at the moment. And I just kind of wanted to rescue this guy before we dig this pit any further, because otherwise he might get lost within all the rubble and we might not be able to get him out so easily. So I'm just going to drag him over here, take him up to the chest area maybe, pop down a fence post. Where is he? Oh, he's down here. Come on, donkey, come on, this way. There we go. Good boy. Up you come. Come on. There you go. That's more like it. And then what we want to do is just attach him to that fence post, and he should stick around for the time being. Anyway, as I was showing you guys, this is the progress we've made so far. We're almost everything down to Y64, which means we have another 4 blocks to dig down after that. We do need to get this corner piece out the way though, and you can see it's still a relatively large chunk of land to get rid of. We've still got a bunch of dirt in our inventory as well, so we should probably clear that out. But as I say, things are going well, and I'm sure that in no time we will be in a situation where we can actually begin to think about putting the mechanics in for this farm, which will be the, of course, the collection system, the automatic harvest system, actually planting the bamboo itself, all that good stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna sleep now, and then I guess I'll bring you guys back in when there's something else to show you. Right then, we've finished up digging down to Y64, I believe, and we've got a pillager raid, or a pillager search party, or whatever these are over there. I'm probably not going to bother with them. I might actually try and despawn them in just a second. But as I said, down to Y64 in all areas. Hopefully these guys don't lock on, because there's something I just want to test. I do want to just make sure that these flying machines will harvest the bamboo. So let's clear a little bit of space here so that we can actually do something. Right, how are we going to do this? We need an observer facing up. So let's go something like this, I think, and then break this out. So we need 2 observers facing up. So I guess one like that. I have no idea which direction that's facing in. Let's try again. Like that. Again, not really any idea, but it shouldn't matter too much. And then I think underneath that you have a slime block, like so. And then you have a piston facing the other way. So you actually want to go like this, dirt there, and then a piston like that. And again, it's been a while since I built one of these, so I could be completely wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is how it goes. And then you want a piston facing that way. And then you want to have something like this, actually, not that. You want to probably come up 1, 2, 3, 4, take out the bottom 3. And again, you need another observer. So let's do something like that. Get rid of this guy. And then one more slime block here. And then you just need another slime block on the left-hand side to make sure that we get that row as well. Leaves should be fine. So that means we can just do whatever we want to do here. And then if we pop something up there, it begins. But I've just remembered something. We need to stop it, because otherwise it will carry on going all the way, because I haven't actually placed down anything to stop it. So we're going to have to break it. But anyway, that's all we wanted to know. We wanted to know that it works, and it does, which is good. So that means that we can continue with this design. I mean, I was always under the impression that it did work, but how embarrassing would it have been if we got to this part of the video and then realized that it didn't work? That would have been kind of annoying, right? Because we would have had to change all of our plans. But now that we are sure that it works, we can be positive in continuing on with this design. We've got a bunch of bamboo coming through as well from all of this that we've been growing over here. And there we go. Let's just grab that one extra piece. I think I'll keep the slime blocks and such over here just for when we go ahead and actually build that. And we've got our dirt in there as well. And as I say, we've got this pillager raid that I need to deal with somehow. And I do want to probably despawn them. So in just a second, guys, I'll be back to end things. But for now, I just need to deal with these guys. All right then, you guys. Welcome back to the video for the last time for today. This has been episode 120. Is this 123 now? I can't even remember what I said at the start. I think it's 123, episode 123. And of course, we got started with the bamboo farm, which should be awesome. And there's a lot of applications for this stuff. I think it can be crafted into paper. It can be used as a fuel source for smelting, which is one thing that I do want to do with it eventually. We got ourselves a donkey. Again, really cool, because donkeys are semi-rare in the game, I guess. They're one of the more rare horse types out there, even though they're not technically horses. But, you know, they do fit that category in a certain way. Anyway, guys, if you did enjoy today's episode as much as I enjoyed recording it, which was a lot, then please do be sure to leave a like down below. Also, any comments, questions, suggestions, feedback, anything you want to say in general, I urge you to comment that down in the comment section below so that I can get back to you. I do love to respond to the comments, so if you have anything to say at all, please get it off your chest down below. And finally, if you are new around here or haven't subscribed yet, then be sure to hit that red subscribe button to stay tuned to this series and any other videos that we decide to post to the channel. Once again, with the poll on last episode, I do repeat that hardcore is winning at the moment by 1 vote, 8-7. So hardcore is going to be for the time being if there are no more votes by the end of, I don't know when I'm going to stop that poll. Maybe around Saturday or Sunday. Who knows? We'll see. But as I say, if you want to change the outcome of that poll, then please be sure to vote. Anyhow, guys, take care of yourselves. Take care of your families. I've been Hocus Pocus. This was episode 1, 2, 3 of the Minecraft series. And I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye for now.